book says, this is the day the Lord has made, so let us rejoice and be glad in it. This is a wonderful day, a great day in the history of Florida A&M University and the Southwestern Athletic Conference. It's a new day, so let's celebrate this day. Let's celebrate this day. I'm Director of Communications here at Florida A&M University, and we are honored to have you all with us to celebrate this occasion. And to get things started, we will begin where we should always begin, with invocation from Dr. James Moran. So Dr. Moran.
Before we start with the invitation, just let us bow for a moment of silence to honor Dr. Frederick S. Humphreys. Thank you. Let us continue to look to the Lord. Most precious and heavenly Father, great is thy faithfulness for allowing us to step boldly into a season of transformation within the Southwestern Athletic Conference as we stand on the nib of history. Thank you for your vision of FAMU's and the SWAC leadership teams who took on this Herculean task while paving fruitful paths which made yesterday's visions today's reality. Claim in advance swift and attainable victories throughout seasons yet played, but today that we are not ashamed to speak things as though they were. Keep us humble and ever mindful that all that we do and say in faith are reflections of your calling. Keep us safe and grant us masterful successes as we place indelible marks on the gridiron track and field in history. It is on the highest of 7 hills we continue to lift you up. You are our Father, our Redeemer. We humbly bow and give you interminable praise. Together we say amen.
Thank you, Dr. Moran, and I was just reminded that we also should pause for another moment of silence in honor of former trustee and SGA President Jalen Smith. Thank you. This is a great day, everyone. A day that has been a long time coming. But as Sam Cooke would say, a change is going to come. So now, we're going to hear from my sister for greetings and acknowledgements in the wonderful voice of the Associate Vice President for Alumni Engagement and all of those titles, Ms. Carmen Cummings.
Thank you so much, Keith. I'm grateful for those titles, a plethora of titles, because that means I'm still needed. A pleasant good morning to all of you. Any SWAC wranglers in the house today? Are you sure? I see them. We are so delighted to welcome all of you to Rattler Country here on the highest of 7 hills. On behalf of our esteemed 12th University President, Dr. Larry Robinson, and First Lady Sharon, on behalf of our Board of Trustees Chair, Kelvin Lawson, other members of our Board of Trustees, SGA President Carrington Wiggum, who is on the dais here today. On behalf of our hard-working university leadership who are in the midst today, our diehard faculty, staff, and especially to our students. As I gaze across this space in the historic Lawson Center, I see behalf of Florida A&M University. I see the esteemed Colonel Gregory L. Clark, the president of the National Alumni Association, and his leadership, who have traveled from many points to come here in support of this moment. I see the leader of the FAMU boosters here with us today, and many of his leaders are also here today. I see members of the 220 Club who are also power brokers in change, positive change for Florida A&M. I see members of the FAMU Foundation, the fiscal aorta of the university, who make it possible for so many of our students to attain much-needed scholarships. I see city and county leaders who are with us here today, and community partners as well. My point is this: in the best of times, you have been with FAMU. You've celebrated FAMU. When the dark clouds have gathered on the horizon, you have been our ride or die. You stayed right there and you rode with the Raptors through the toughest times that tried our spirits. And so, it's not just about what you did yesterday, but it's about the fact that you're here with us today. And while we share greetings with you, we also convey gratitude for your being here once again for day one of accolades in celebration of a new era in the historic chronicles of great things happening on the highest of 7 hills at Florida A&M University. The officiant, Dr. Charles McClellan, and his ambassadors have arrived in the Rattlers House. On behalf of the mission to solidify a perfect union, the Southwestern Athletic Conference and Florida A&M University, striking strong for a perfect combination. Those whom God hath joined together, let no competitive force put asunder. So I ask the question again, with all the tenacity and ferocity that our venom intensifies on the highest of 7 hills. Any SWAC rattlers in the house? On behalf of our historic university, I greet all of you. And remember, saying you're a rapper is one thing, but this is a mode in which you have to walk it, talk it, live it, love it, and give to it. That's the only way that the FAMU we know today will be the FAMU tomorrow, and the FAMU forever. Thank you, Ms. Doris. The FAMU forever. God bless all of you.
Thank you, sis, Carmen. Now we're going to get into the list of speakers today, and like the Grammys or the Oscars, they got a 3-minute time limit, and somewhere there's some music that'll start playing after they exceed that 3-minute time limit. Or at least we hope they will stay close to the time. But we can't get started without first having the host, our host, and our 12th president of Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University to come and start it all off. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Larry Robinson.
Good morning, everyone. Regarding that music, Keith, you might as well get the band started. You know how we roll it, man. We found that out last night. 3 minutes in a lot of places is 3 times 60 seconds. We have a different math here at Fort Haven University. So first of all, I want to welcome you all to this historic press conference announcing Fort Haven University's membership in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. I want to begin, however, by acknowledging all of those great institutions and friends we developed over 41 years in MEAC. It has been wonderful, been great, but it's now time to turn the page. All right. So we are honored once again to have with us Commissioner Proctor, Charles President of his team. Thank you, sir, for coming, being part of these last couple of days, and a lot of things that happened today. It shows you that we are welcomed, fully welcomed into this new conference, and we intend to be an active and successful participant. And when I mean successful, we plan on winning a lot of games. First of all, to me, this transition is all about these young men and women who are sitting right here, our student athletes. I want you to know that what convinced me more than anything else, and a lot of good reasons, financial and otherwise, but the opportunity for you to not only compete against the best, but to have you in an environment where we can see after you academically. So many of you are going to go on to do great things, right, as a result of the education that you get here at Fort Haven University. So this is really all about you and where I stand. So congratulations to you. We did this for you. And so all of those sports, football, basketball, cross country, golf, indoor and outdoor, track and field, tennis, softball, volleyball, bowling, all of this is for you. I asked a simple question last night. I know that SWAC is complete with all of those sports, and they're pretty good at them, but I have to ask them, we can have marching bands in this conference. I just want to know, right? If they're there, we're about to find out, right? It's already on, folks. I didn't start this discussion. You know, sometimes you go on to social media and you read, man, there's so much smack out there. Sometimes I think we need to change the name of the conference to the smack. There's a lot of stuff out there. We can't wait to be a part of this new conference. But anyway, the student athlete is what this is all about. I feel so comfortable with this transition. I'm really looking forward to it. It makes us all proud that we put our student athletes first, and that's what this transition is about. So we're also excited about the fact that, you know, we have declared a new goal for the institution. It was set by our board, along with the chairman who's here today, and we're on the march to the top 100 institutions in the nation. By the way, that's not unrealistic, folks. We're already at 117, just so that you know. And so we don't have that much further to go, but nobody's trying to go backwards. Everybody's trying to go up. And that's what this move is about, too. It's going to help us, you know, make that transition as well. So many people have contributed to this outcome. You know, first of all, I have to give utmost credit to our VP. You have to get this right, VP and athletic director, Courtney Goshet. We've been talking about this all years. This young man came in and he got it done. Thank you, Courtney, for making this happen. There's so many others. I want to thank Colonel Clark and the National Alumni Association. I want to thank the Rattler Boosters, the 220 Quarterback Club, the National Rattler F Club, the FAMU Foundation, and I see over here at the corner of my eye, Vice President for Advancement, Dr. Kay, where are you, Dr. Right there. I have to, you know, she already has a SWAC t-shirt on. We're calling her the $13 million lady. Thank you. What a wonderful year we've had fundraising. A record year. So finally, as I, come to the end of my 3 minutes, the expectations are high within the Rather Nation about this transition, and the excitement is also high. And I pointed out to someone that the last season we had, Bragg Stadium, actually the highest attended home football game that we had was against Southern University. It wasn't homecoming, right? That's what we have in store for us as we look forward to this move. But I do want everyone to know that in terms of football, we know there's so much more, and so much more represented by these young men and women in attendance today. But I do want to point out that this year, Coach Willie Simmons has adopted the mantra of leaving no doubt, okay? And that's what we have to do here. We have to adopt that and make sure everybody knows we're not just making this transition for the fun of it, right? We plan to win. The Rather Nation expects us to win. Let's be no doubt. First of all, we get kicked off on September the 5th in Hard Rock Stadium, right? Miami Gardens, the Orange Blossom Classic. And some of you scholars, and all of you are scholars, you need to read about this Orange Blossom Classic. Help understand what this really means. We get to play Jackson State. And some of you might think we're playing Deion Sanders. We're actually playing Jackson State. It's a football team, right? Yeah, he's not playing. I think he's got to put his up, like yours, Reverend Proctor, is put his up. It's going to be a great game, right? It's going to be a great season. We need to see you there. Rabbits have already. By the way, we've sold out our share of tickets, right? But we want to sell out every home game, right? We want you here in Bragg Stadium. And I have to thank Mr. Proctor and Blueprint for providing the $10 million that is providing for the renovation of Bragg Memorial Stadium, which you can see is already in progress. This is epic for us, folks. This transition to the SWAC conference, while at the same time, we're coming out of one of the toughest years the world has experienced, certainly for us here. We didn't play at all last year in football. So, we're back jumping at the business. We're really ready to go. And we need you all there with us as we embark upon another season of athletics at Fordham University, where we can have people out and enjoying it in the ways that we did prior to the pandemic. And if you have any apprehension about coming out, you go right up there on the mezzanine level and get one of either 3 vaccines right here on this campus, right? So we want to show you the face. Anybody, we got Moderna, we got Pfizer, and J&J, you get all of them right there, free of charge, no questions asked. Please take care of yourself so we can take care of family. We want to see all of you out there, in Bragg Memorial Stadium and the places that we're going to go throughout this season. And I've already been told, Commissioner, that the Marching 100 is going to join us on most of those trips, right? So we're going to find out, whether some real bands out there, some real football teams, is about to happen, folks. And I'm really, I have to tell you, when I see a Bison on the stage, FAMU, wearing orange and green, right? When I see a Bison up here, wearing orange and green, knowing what his real heart is, right? It makes me so proud. So we've converted Commissioner Proctor. He has an orange tie. I don't know how he found it. Somehow, somebody stick to the tie. So we're so glad to see him, in the right fold as well. Thank you, Commissioner. Thanks for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. We knew that 3 minutes was relative, especially for you, since you're the boss. And now we're going to bring up his boss. So the 3 minutes is relative. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the chair of the FAMU Board of Trustees, Brother Kelvin Lawson.
Good morning. This is indeed a great day, and I promise not to take the same 3 minutes that the President took. First of all, there's so many people that we should thank for today, starting with our athletic director, our Alumni Association, all of the, what we call ESOs that support athletics, all of the alums, all of the coaches, all of our student athletes. This is indeed what we refer to in business as a game changer. This situation will allow us to further monetize our brand. You young people, student athletes, have created a platform that will allow us to grow exponentially our revenue, our presence, our stature in the world of college sports. Not just black college sports, but college sports in total. I also would be remiss if I didn't thank our city officials. If it were not for you, we could not do what we're doing over in Bragg Stadium. I also would like to thank my Board of Trustee peers. If it were not for them, we would not have been able to extend Coach Willie Simmons' contract. Applause for that. If it were not for them, we would not have been able to extend Coach McCollum's contract. If it were not for them, we would not have been able to extend Coach Pillow's contract. Continuity is important, particularly when you have the right team. And I think we do have the right team. So I am thoroughly excited. I want to thank our new best friend, the commissioner of the SWAC. We couldn't be more thrilled. And again, I use the word game changer because that's what this truly is for Florida A&M University. Our role, and we are blessed and fortunate to hold these roles, is to make this a better place than where we found it. We've done that with some of the progress we've made academically, but we're now doing that with athletics. So when the next person stands here as your board chair, and many years from now, the next person stands here as your president, this place will be better off for some of the decisions that we made. So with that, I say thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and for all of the speakers who come after you, they thank you for not taking the full 3 minutes. Okay, coming next will be Trustee and Student Government Association President, Ms. Carrington Wiggum. I'm proud to say she's a student in the School of Journalism and Graphic Communication.
Good morning, Rattlers. Can I have a good morning? Good morning. Hello, athletes, guests, peers, Rattler family, we welcome you. Today is a great day under the FAMU sun. I'm from Dallas, Texas, so I'd like to tell all my friends, you have no idea what's coming your way. They have no idea, and I can't wait to see their face when they see our athletes, when they see the courageous, energetic student body, and when they see our alumni. They have no idea the force that's coming. But thank you so much for today. Thank you so much for our administration, the people who are working so hard for us, the student body, to make sure that we're always putting our best foot forward for our sake. So we thank you, and let's go Raptors for real, because we have a lot of stuff to get done, and we have a lot of pressure, y'all. But it's okay, because like I said, they have no idea what that Raptor spirit feels like, and it's our job to let them know, because they're gonna feel us. Good morning, and thank you.
That's a good journalist right there. A lot of stuff to get done. Thank you, Karen. All right, we're gonna move right along, and we got the president of the FAMU National Alumni Association, who's had an outstanding run in that role, and he continues. And let's bring to the stage now, Brother Greg Clark.
Good morning, Rattler Nation. On behalf of the Executive Board of the Florida University National Alumni Association, I greet you. First, I want to ask my board that's present, please stand, who's come from far and near to be here this morning. They say we FAMU Rattlers are some of the most arrogant, cocky, and conceited individuals that ever walked this earth. And they are right. As you can see by social media this morning, we have taken over Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We put the SWAC Nation on notice that Daddy's home, and we're coming to take over. With that being said, I want to ask all the life members of the National Alumni Association to please stand. I'm going to ask Dr. McClellan to please come up. Dr. McClellan, the life membership of the Florida University National Alumni Association is the highest level of membership. It cements you, the mother FAMU, forever. Now, on behalf of the executive board and all the members, I want to present to you this morning the Florida University National Alumni Association Life Membership, which solidifies us to the SWAC office and know that we're going to be with the SWAC forever and ever and ever day. So on behalf of the association, we want to present this to you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And go round.
Thank you, Brother Clark. Bill Proctor's coming up, so he's counting all these minutes that he's getting over here. I met this young man this morning just a few minutes ago, but when I met him, I said, oh, you must be Marce Moraine, right? Because when he comes to the stage, you'll see he's pretty tall, right? He's representing the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, and he's already graduated. And he's coming back for his 5th year to play basketball. So Bryce, welcome and come on.
Good morning. My name is Marce Moraine. I'm a 5th year, like you just said, I'm a 5th year graduated senior from Tampa, Florida. And I'm also a member of the men's basketball team. He also said I serve as the Vice President for the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, so this will be my 2nd year. I'm on my 3rd year as the Vice President for the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Personally, I'm very, very, very excited for this opportunity to be a part of the SWAC, part of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. It's going to open up many opportunities and just many doors for the student athletes that we have here at Florida A&M University. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity. Just the different bonds that are going to be made, the different connections that are going to be made, just by us tying the knot and FAMU becoming a part of the SWAC. On a second note, my coaches, my teammates, and myself, we're very, very excited to go out and compete with the different universities in the SWAC. And if it's one thing that Coach McCullum always tells us in practice, or he always tries to preach, is that you can't coach toughness. You can't coach hard work. You can't coach how to compete. And I think that's one thing that you have to be born with. And I think that's one thing as rappers that we're all born with. We're all born with the will to compete. We're all born tough. So we're not just going to come in the SWAC and compete. We're going to compete at a high level. And one of our main goals is going to be to win the SWAC championship as soon as we get there. And we just want to make our presence felt. And I'm pretty sure I can speak for all the other sport teams here: football, women's basketball, track and field, baseball, softball, every sport, that you all want to come in and make your presence felt. And I think that's what we all want to do as a university. So, like I said, we're going to come in and compete. I want to thank everybody that came here today. Thank Dr. Robinson, thank everybody, the faculty, the staff, the Alumni Association, just everybody that has something to do with FAMU and making us as student athletes better and doing everything that they can. So thank you again, and go Rebels.
Thank you, Bryce, for representing Florida A&M University so well. Well, Diane Williams-Cox, the city commissioner, is not going to be able to join us this morning. She is involved in a CRA meeting, and that just freed up a few more minutes for our next speaker, County Commissioner Bill Proctor.
Good morning, everybody. I want to thank Keith Miles for affording me that 3 minutes and 1 second. I was hoping that $10 million could give me 3 minutes and a half. This is a hard place. 3 minutes means 3 minutes. And I'm so glad Diane was at the CRA meeting. I think
She chairs that thing, and all of that. To the president, to our chairman, board, illustrious front, our commissioner, who I understand is Brady. Is that right? You look like a board or something. For president. That don't mean nothing. I want y'all to know, first of all, that I would have brought a gift and all of those things, but I was hoping that those cranes over there at Bragg Stadium would represent that gift. Baby Rattlers, Melvin Gill and Keith Miles and Terrence Henson and Tommy Mitchell and Vaughn Wilson, Baby Rattlers, we understand a few things. And St. Clair, all y'all journalists and whatnot. The first thing I want the district to know, I looked at some of them places, and our fans, I show some of them places got a little land dispute. For us to land our jet, our jet, we travel that way. And when we're in our Lear jets, some of them places we're gonna need them to add on to the airport. I want y'all to know that we are going to be moving our RVs, our SUVs, and I done upgraded mine, and I'm ready to roll. I want y'all to know that snakes don't like tigers, and we got 3 tigers. They don't even know who the real tiger is out there. Some called a golden lion, and when we get through whipping on them, they're going to be just some brown cats, nothing but a golden lion. And they got something called hornets. We never like hornets. And that's gonna be something too. But Mr. Commissioner, what we do, we put heads in things. We travel hard. And this first year, we're gonna just perform fundamentals of athletic endeavors to try to imbue that standard of excellence that we compete with. And we probably won't go anything but 11-0 coach, 11-0 this first year. And we're going to put on clinics. Then, as the president said, our marching band is going to go down there our first year and try to demonstrate with a SWAC what professional marching at 300 steps a second look like. And we're tired already of stuff that's going on social media. All of that, fans, is going to be corrected real soon. I want y'all to get your tickets. We want you to travel. And the Raptors, we got the greatest coach. We got the baddest president. We got the baddest man. We got the baddest chairman of the trustee board. We got the baddest president of SGA. And all of that band coming together. It's going to be a sad day in the SWAC. One serious thing I want to say, Mr. Commissioner, as a policymaker, public policymaker for 25 years in this community, please, sir, it really does matter. We're all, our teams in the Gulf region, we're in hurricane season, which we're in now, to December. Sometimes hurricanes happen, and we do value the lives and families of our student athletes. And sometimes, if we have a hurricane in Panama City, I ask this league for its heart, its humanity, to consider the lives and well-being of our students above a gate receipt. It's very important. And what I learned 2-3 years ago was a call was made that struck us. And I am so glad that we moved. Thank you, all of you. But the compassion and the well-being and the respect for all of these schools that are situated down in the Gulf of Mexico area, all of us are subject. And I just want to say as one person, just keep our teams all on the same. Go Rattlers! Go Rattlers! Go Rattlers! Go Rattlers!
Wow. Now, he was our quarterback in high school, right? He was a great quarterback. But he's a graduate of Howard University. But he spoke like a rattler this morning. Thank you, sir. All right, I got a note back here in my phone that said, Keith, when you get a chance, lift up the mic. But I don't need to do that right now. Because our next speaker, I'm gonna adjust it for him. He's the tallest man on the stage. Y'all welcome VP and AD Courtney Goshen.
Keith, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. But he was right, you didn't adjust the mic. But very quickly, before I get into my 3 minutes /7, we have a quick video here. So this video not only gives us an opportunity to quickly reference what athletics is and how great our institution is, but also a certain nod to Dr. Humphreys. And so we start with the video.
There are no grand celebrations here. No speeches. No bright lights. There are great athletes. There are great athletes. Somehow we've come to believe that greatness is reserved for the chosen few. For a superstar. The truth is, greatness is for all of us. This is not about love expectation of every last one of us. It's about raising them for every last one of us. Because greatness is not in one special place. And it is not in one special person. Wherever someone is trying, greatness is wherever somebody is trying to find it.
Greatness is not in a special place, but it's here. All right? Greatness is right here. We see it every day with each and every one of these student athletes that sit in your stands. You see it every day with the leadership at this university. You see it every day in the history, in the fabric that's made up Florida A&M University athletics program. And so greatness is here. And we are here today to celebrate a great moment, Commissioner. Today is a 100-year decision. We have charted a new course in a new era for Florida A&M athletics and the future of Florida A&M University. Thank you. Today is truly a transformative moment for our athletic program. As Florida's premier land-grant institution and only public HBCU, again, I would like to thank our Board of Governors, our Board of Trustees, and Chairman Lawson, our National Alumni Association, which is the best and greatest National Alumni Association on God's earth. And I thank all of the members for coming and representing today. Our Student Government Association, President Harrington. So we go back a long way, right? You know, it's been 2 years when we talked about this moment. And I thank you for your unwavering support of this transition and future transitions for Florida A&M athletics. To my boss, Dr. Robinson, thank you. A lot of people don't get to see the sacrifice, the commitment, and time that you have to pour into our university and our athletic department to make it a success. And contrary to what anybody may say, I know for a fact that you are unwavering when it comes to supporting these young men and women, these student athletes, and making sure that they are the priority here at this university. As we make a statement, as we have in the past, that we are the premier academic institution with academic integrity, social responsibility, and excellence